Hey, good evening, everybody. This is definitely not, hey, This Week in Stupid. This is some breaking news. I see Dean Ranged out there. How you doing? This is not a big, long chat. I know that Budget Guns and Gear has a chat going at 7. I may try to join him if I can, if I have time. But this is breaking craziness from the Twittosphere, and I really just want to get this out there because there's so much things going on now between a bill that I'll discuss more in depth probably tomorrow, but we'll quickly discuss it now because this frames a context with this particular situation. So I want to start off with what is this title? Who is this guy? And just kind of give a quick rundown of what's going on. So I hadn't seen any YouTube videos on this yet, but so we'll go ahead and let's take a look at who this guy or what this guy said, and then we'll go with who he is. I think that's probably the easiest, best way to do this. So let's start off with, I'm going to transition to this. Okay, so Breitbart just broke this. Yes, Gunstomp, I know about budget. I will not let this go that long. He starts at 7. This is not a long chat. I just wanted to get this out there to you. This is like a breaking news. So this guy, Democrat Eric Swalwell, if gun owners defy assault weapons ban, the government has nukes. So we'll get to the assault ban that is kind of going through right now, assault ban. So Rep. Eric Swalwell, Democrat of California, defended a potential assault weapons buyback program Friday afternoon, saying that if gun owners defy a legislative ban, the government has nukes. This is absolutely ridiculous. So, basically, we have this original post. Make no mistake, Democrats want to eradicate the Second Amendment, ban and seize all guns, and all power rests with the state. These people, all power rests with the state. I can't even say that. It just nope. These people are dangerously obsessed with powers, yada, yada, yada. And then basically what it says is this guy, Joe Biggs, he used to be a reporter for InfoWars. I don't know what he's doing these days other than being on Twitter. So basically, Rep. Swalwell wants a war because that's what you would get. You're out of your effing mind if you think I'll give up my rights and give all the government the power. Where does this go? Like what is this incoherent rambling of Twitter? Well, Swalwell responded to this response, which is interesting that a sitting congressman decided to respond to a relevant former InfoWars reporter. He said, "It would be a short war, my friend. The government has nukes. Too many of them, but they're legit. I'm sure if we talked, we could find common ground to protect our families and communities." Joe Biggs responds, "So our government would nuke its own country in order to take guns? Wow. Don't be so dramatic. You need a gun to protect yourselves against the government, or you claiming you need a gun to protect yourself against the government is ludicrous, but you seem like a reasonable person. If an assault weapons ban happens, I'm sure you'll follow the law." This is absolutely ridiculous. Now, first off, I want to give you guys a quick story that makes things a little bit plausible for saying the United States nuking America. Watch a TV show called Jericho. It came out about a decade ago. It ran for 2 seasons. It was was a great show, but it just I guess it hit people the wrong way, which is a story that basically there's a conspiracy in which the United States nukes itself. Now, this guy is actually having the audacity to say that, to throw out that threat of saying, we have nukes. Are you kidding me? So let's put this guy's mindset is such that, if the little people, if they decide to rebel, us powerful elite, the important people who control your country, you don't matter. We will nuke you. We have no problem using nuclear weapons against people. That is what he admitted to. That is his mindset. Wow. The fact that someone would... He basically admitted to the fact that if they banned guns and you didn't comply with the law, he would be willing to nuke people in the United States, those pesky rebels, because their insolence. That is absolutely insane. And he clearly does not know how the men and women of the armed services, whether they are left or right, about that little oath they take and their patriotism towards their country. I have no doubt that we would not see a U.S. war fighter want to do that. Well, I think most would say, to hell with you, I am not doing that. I would take a court-martial all day long versus nuke American people. And I imagine most, if not probably all service members and veterans would feel the same way. My mind is blown. And once again, this is not, I didn't intend this to be a long video, so I'm not going to go on for long, but I had to get this out there. So who is this guy? All right, let's take a quick look. We're just going to hop on Wikipedia and so I can show you who he is. All right, so this is him, Eric Swalwell. This guy's, he was born in 1980. He's only 38 years old. So this guy, he's actually a potential 2020 candidate for president right now. So you could, in theory, this man could become the president of the United States, and he would not only supports banning and taking your guns and confiscating your weapons and making Americans comply, but in fact, he would use so much force that he would be willing to nuke Americans and American cities. Wow. And the fact, I cannot believe that I cannot believe a politician would say this. I could understand them being stupid enough to think this on both sides. I mean, these are power-hungry, narcissistic people. But for someone to willingly say that, and then he typed it and put it out for all the world to see. This man, he needs to go. This guy has, he does not deserve to have that office. Wow. Wow. Now, and before I get off, before I end this rant, don't think that gun control isn't coming down the pipeline. Now, I know right now we can say, well, Republicans have the Senate and President Trump, but as you recall, President Trump was just a few months ago in February telling the left, getting Dianne Feinstein, who was sitting right next to him, all giddy like the Wicked Witch of the West, because he was telling her to put everything in there and we'll take the guns first and then due process, which is not how due process works. Wow. So we cannot just say that the Republicans are going to take care of it. And you can't just sit there and go, oh, the NRA, they're going to take care of it. Because this bill right here, HR 7115, which I will talk about more tomorrow, I don't want to go into this right now because I know it's actually on the list for Budget, Guns, and Gear. He's going to go into this tonight. And so I will save most of this for tomorrow. But I just want to give you just a quick breakdown. This is a bill that was put forth November 2nd to basically make it to where 80% lowers gone, 3D printed parts gone, foreign gun parts kits like AK kits that don't have the receiver gone. Even I think actually even stripped lowers with this, if I'm reading this right, gone. That it would get rid of all of that. So, and then any medium of electronic communications even would be banned as far as this bill is concerned. With that shows you how to even make these things. or 3D printers that have all the dimensions and stuff in them. You just put in that little you put in that file, and it makes your parts. So I'll go ahead. I will get this shut down. 14 of you guys tuned in. Amazing. Really appreciate that. I mean, this was just straight out of the blue. If you have just caught this video because you just Googled and this loony story, hey, thank you for being here. Please hit that like. Okay? And you know what? Hit the sub. If you have not hit that sub, please do so. Anyways, I want to thank everyone for watching. To get a longer discussion on HR 7115, go to Budget Guns and Gear for his live chat tonight at 7. I think I'm going to try to join. We'll see. I have the time, but DTemp, no, this is not This Week in Stupid. This was something I had to get in to go back, do watch this. I will be doing my show tomorrow, regular time, 5 o'clock. So I will see you all then. Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern, and spread the word on this, because this story right here, this guy needs to be completely discredited. I mean, he should be kicked out of Congress for this insane comment that he thinks is fine, that is saved on Twitter for all of us to see. Deuces, y'all.